We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Slant pass to Boyd. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down, Bengals.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Burrow looking to pass. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. He's to the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. J.D. McKissick. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's Haskins, a quick throw out wide. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Complete to
It's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Haskins will throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Check 55 to Mike. Check.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Washington. Jeremy Sprinkle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They will run it. It's McKissick. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
The ball carrier,
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Out of the shotgun, Haskins. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Haskins. That'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Joe Mixon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
He was brought down by Kendall Fuller.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
No, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Now they run with Mixon. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
The Bengal ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd down.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Only only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Haskins, a quick throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. That catch good for only a couple.
At the Bengals' 49-yard line.
Second and 8 coming up. A carry now for McKissick. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's McKissick. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with McKissick. And a short gain down to about the 33.
McKissick, the ball carrier.
One of the best around. Big Geno Atkins there on the stop. An 8-time Pro Bowler, including each of the last 6 seasons.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there at 22.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Haskins will keep it on the sneak. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Dwayne Haskins with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Good. Makes this Washington 17. Bengals 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 25 yards that time.
1st down, Bengals.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man open. It's Ross. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
37-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 27-yard line. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Burrow. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
38-yard attempt.
And Bullock will put this one through, and they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack. From the gun, Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25.
Another dollar, baby.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
15-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
3rd and inches.
Burrow on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Thomas Davis. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They go play action with Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
17 yards.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
56.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Makes this Washington 24, Bengals 17. Randy Bullock to kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That's out to the left, flat and complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Switch out.
Now it's Burrow. His throw incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
1st down, Bengals.
Just like that. 56 from Mike, boy, 56. Check 56.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route.
Burrow's
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Mixon with a 1st down and more. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action with Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, When it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And that is not going to go for Bullock. It's left to the upright. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Oh, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
10 at the 46-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at
Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And that's complete to Gandy Golden. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Steven Sims, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Washington on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. J.D. McKissick, his third touchdown now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And the lead is up to 14.
Good. Makes this Washington 31. Bengals 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Losing 4 down.
Brings up 4th down.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
McKissick, the ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Running the sweep with McLaurin. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
It's 3rd and 9.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
He's tackled.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Barber. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Barber, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Defensively, they know the situation. They stack the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. And if they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind.
It could be a house call. So a victory here for the Washington football team. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Washington, it's a 2nd win on the year now as they move to 2-8. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they will be at home next.